I think she asked me like, how much pain are you comfortable with? And I'm like, I'm comfortable with a lot of pain. And she just kept going and whipping and smacking. And then she started smacking my ass.
I didn't see that.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
I was not there.
And she just kept flogging me and it was wonderful. Boss bitch after dark. I don't like when men wear socks when you're fucking.
I don't like it when they wear t-shirts.
Take all that off.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Get naked.
Yeah. I need you. I need your skin. Okay. Yeah. So,
gosh.
But I mean, I used to have sex with lots of clothes on and the lights off and my eyes closed like this. Because I didn't, scary.
Tell me when that stopped.
When did I stop having sex with my eyes closed and the lights off and clothes on?
Yeah.
Probably as I started pole dancing and I got more comfortable with like my sensuality. And I was like, this feels amazing to be a woman and like curves are great. Like,
yeah.
And I think too, like, I don't know how old you are or were, or I'm assuming you've done this, but when you like watched yourself have sex, like you recorded a video or like whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I wearing clothes? He deserves to see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Because this is hot.
The hotel room we had this weekend was great.
Oh, yeah. You had a hotel room with a lot of mirrors and lights. We had the peasant room.
With the pink film. You know what? Okay, wait. Before we keep going, listen. This is an After Dark episode, y'all.
Oh, shit. I probably should have warned y'alls. This is an After Dark episode. Welcome to Boss Bitch Radio. This is the lovely co-host, Amanda Glitters.
Hi.
I am your hostess with the mostest, Diane Flores. And this is the bonus content that you didn't ask for. Yeah. So here we are. We're talking about
if you don't want to know about sexy After Dark things, you should probably turn it off and wait till next week.
But if you are curious, stay tuned. Okay, so let's back it up a little bit.
Yeah. So, okay, your room.
Peasant room.
The peasant room.
That I sprinkled my stripper glitter all the fuck over.
I loved it. It was my favorite part of your room.
I was the favorite part of my outfit.
The other thing was the film on the window was pink.
Yes.
So her whole room just had a pink hue.
It was awful. It was just
terrible.
You didn't know if it was daytime or nighttime or nap time. So it just was always like, I don't know. I have to look at my watch time.
Sleep was very interesting as well. And then the clock that was in our room, which I literally have to live with a clock that I can see when I wake up, was wrong.
I hate that.
It was wrong. Okay. And so like when we closed our blinds, luckily there was still some light. And I was like, okay, now I can tell. But I did not sleep normally, like a normal person.
I'm still not sleeping normal. Okay. We got back what?
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm still not sleeping normal, but not that anyone gives a fuck about that. So let's talk about the fun stuff. Thursday. Okay, so
they don't even know that we went to Vegas.
We went to Vegas. I feel like we've been talking about it, but if you're new here, hello.
Hi.
We went to Vegas last week. Why do you care? Because we went to a lifestyle party, which is a swingers party. I'm in the lifestyle, open relationship, non-monogamy more of a thing, like just kind of make my own thing, my own little recipe. Miss Amanda Glitters is very married.
I'm very married.
An amazing man.
Yeah, he's great.
And so
everybody was like, are you taking your husband? Absolutely. He would not let me go anywhere.
No. God, no.
No.
So we got there. Me and Crystal were sharing a room. We got there early, and early meaning 2 a.m. on Thursday morning.
I know.
So we weren't really early. But nonetheless, while we were waiting for you two to arrive, her and I felt every time we go somewhere, we're like, our outfits aren't good enough. Like we see all the people and they're hot people and we're like, we suck. We need to go shopping. So it's a lifestyle event. And for these types of events, you're going to see a wide range of things. And themes are also very much a thing.
Right. So I love to dress up. It has been my favorite thing. If you guys have been listening for a long time or you've known me for a very long time, I used to rave my fucking ass off. And I made furry boots. I made furry skirts. Like
furry
I sewed
boots?
It.
Oh
yes,
my God.
I sewed that shit. Okay.
Martha fucking Stewart.
Yeah, I figured it out, right? And I just love dressing up. If you guys saw what we were wearing for Halloween, I'm actually really getting my husband into dressing up now too, which is great. And so with these parties, basically it's a whole weekend. We go and stay. We went Thursday to Sunday, which we should have stayed till Monday, by the way. But we'll get to that. But there's themes and there's parties and there's all kinds of things. So even when we go to Vegas, like before we did the lifestyle party, we would always go to like clubs and day clubs and nightclubs and all of that. But this is a completely different vibe.
Experience.
It's a completely different vibe. I almost can't like explain it. It's just everybody is in a great ass mood. Everybody is super friendly. They just want to get to know you, be your friend.
Maybe want to bone you.
Maybe.
No, but what you're speaking about is why when I told you we went in January, now you get it, right?
No, and I got it anyways. I'm like, this sounds like a rave.
Yes.
I know this is exactly what that is. So I was like, okay, we're going, which then I had to ask my husband.
And you went.
And then we all went.
Yes.
It was great.
Yeah, there's different themes. So my point, what I was getting at to Thursday, that's okay, because this is all relevant information, is she knew about the themes. She was getting shitloads of shipments from Amazon in. I did not.
Shein.
Or whatever. I'm not a themey kind of person.
We did great. We did a last minute shopping trip right before you left.
I just want to say
fucking nailed it.
My outfits were fire. Okay.
Yeah, they were.
But Crystal and I got there and we decided we wanted to go to a sex store because usually they have the most revealing outfits that you can get away with without being naked. So we go to the Love Store in Vegas, which I highly recommend if you ever go to Vegas. Oh, sorry. I'm excited. Because half of the store was like lingerie and swimsuits and outfits.
The Hustler store is kind of cool here too.
Yeah, we did that too.
That's what I'm saying.
That.
Right before you left, like we got some shit.
So if you're local in town in Modesto and you haven't gone to the Hustler store, it's not like the Love Store in Vegas, but we found some really great stuff. Yeah. Some super cute outfits, just outfits. And so that's what we did. And the first night was the black party.
What'd you buy?
Oh, well, at the Love Store, I ended up getting pasties because I wasn't going to do topless.
I was unprepared in that area.
You were, which is surprising.
I didn't know it was the thing.
Well, and I don't know. I've worn pasties at the last event. And so I was like, okay, it's a topless pool party or pasties. And I'm like very confident in my body. And I would have no problem rocking the melons like out for everyone to visualize and enjoy. But I also just was like trying to be chill a little bit. Okay.
So she had these ones that were diamonds, like rainbow diamonds.
They were amazing.
Badass.
Yes.
I feel like if ever we go and I'm going to wear diamond pasties every day.
Why are you stealing my diamonds?
Too bad.
Okay, well, it was a candy theme for that pool party.
Yes.
So I'm looking around, I'm like, don't really see anything. And then I see these pasties and they're like diamonds. They're not diamonds.
They were diamonds.
But they're little jewels and they're all different colors and it looked like candy. And I was like, is that candy or is that pasties? Okay, perfect. I'm getting these. They're going on my nipples for this party. Thank you very much. And then I wore like a mesh, what was that? Like fishnet material?
Yes.
Little cover up over it. And it was perfect.
Cover up.
See-through cover up. It was a bathing suit.
Okay.
But it was sheer in the crotch.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about that situation.
I know, you put some little pinky
So I put these very tiny, like,
did you have
micro? Those? No, I don't own that.
You bought them at the Love Store?
Girl, it is like the size of a quarter, okay? And I had to put that over my lady parts, which was just not happening. So every time I'd have to go to the bathroom, which because we were trying to stay hydrated, I'm taking off this mesh contraption and these tiny underwear that are wet because I've been in the pool. And then I have to put that all back on and like tuck everything back in. And then like
it was a situation.
Everything about outfits and costumes are a situation.
Yes. I was just in a bikini. Like I didn't get crazy. And
I was trying to be extra.
I'm a nighttime costumer more than anything.
Yes.
So there was that. So the first night, there's also the black party. You guys probably saw us post pictures. If not, stay tuned. There's going to be some more.
We kind of went dark after that because everything else was questionable as to whether or not we would get shadow banned. Okay?
Correct.
Yeah. So continue the black party.
Black party was upstairs in this small ass club. Well, not small, but it was packed because there was like 2 parts, but you didn't know there was the other part until you went over there. Right. And then, so that was a blast. We saw a lot of people. We saw some people that we already knew, and that was really awesome. So it's always great. So we are making friends.
It's so weird because like we got there and I'm like, oh, there's, I don't want to say their names on the podcast, but I'm like, oh, there's so-and-so and there's so-and-so. And they're like, and this is how we met them. So it's so normal for me to see this couple that we saw a few, the last 2 times. And I'm like, she sucked on my nipple while we were dancing on the dance floor, like just casually, like, and licked my nipple or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And everyone's just like huggy, kissy.
So
they're just so nice.
They're all really nice. Yeah. And everybody knows I love to dance. So that's literally what I did all weekend.
We danced a lot. My knees are screaming. I need glucosamine immediately. They're so bad. But yeah, I mean, that was fun.
We met danced. A lot of people. Actually, I met some bodybuilders. I was like, oh shit, bitch, you're a bodybuilder too? That's great. What about the girl that had your dress on?
Oh my God. Yeah. Tell them that story.
So we met this couple, very, very sweet couple after we hung out with them actually a little bit of the weekend. But, with that being said, she had this Southern accent.
She's a Georgia peach.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out because then we were saying Alabama.
She's from Huntsville.
Where's that?
Where Haiti's from, my girlfriend from Alabama.
Oh.
So we were talking and she doesn't know who she is.
Anyways.
Anyhow,
they come in with the same dress. This girl is on a whole nother level, which I love. But I was like, wow, I'm getting level overshadowed 10. Right now. And I was okay with it because Thursday night may have gotten a little blurry.
Yes.
For me.
Yes.
But when she came out, I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm not the worst one in this group anymore.
No, so she was Fifi.
She's so adorable. Love her to death. My husband was like, I like her. Like, he likes her personality. And I was like, you do?
She's like, extra.
He's like, well, I don't have to take her home, so it's not my problem. I was like, okay, I love her too.
Yeah, she's a firecracker. But we met some pretty cool people. I mean, overall, the pool parties were probably my favorite part.
Did y'all see the sardine photo?
There's a lot of humans. It was just fun because I like being in the water and just kind of bebopping. My knees don't hurt.
No.
So I'm doing kind of grandma aerobics in the pool.
This one went to a different pool party on the second day.
Yes. I can't remember the name of that party.
Oh, I don't know either.
Yeah. Same shit, different party, I guess. Just different humans in that
different
pool.
Humans in that pool, yeah.
Okay, so the burning questions people are going to have are I'm sure.
You know what? Before you keep going, I want to say the one thing that I really loved about it is they always had water for us.
Who had water for us?
At the pool.
Oh, yeah.
There was cucumber water on the side. I'm like, damn, we're fancy.
Well, because there's a lot
I wanted to put my finger up.
There's a lot of activity going on. So yeah, stay hydrated.
It was great. It was warm. The weather was great. We were spraying our sunscreen on us.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
And burning questions. People are going to want to know.
What?
So this particular event, I don't feel like I really got hit on that much.
You don't think so?
I mean, I did. I think probably 5 or 6 times that I can say that there was really you want to, and I was like, right?
There was a lot of mm-ms.
There was a lot of mm-ms.
I'm sure people are really the burning question. Is Amanda a swinger?
Oh, we got 10 of those questions.
I know, but I'm just going to start this right now. We're going to say no. Okay. Yeah. I went with my husband. We fucked each other all weekend. It was great. It's fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
But I got hit on a lot actually by some that I was like, okay, you're good looking. There was some that were extremely good looking.
Yeah.
And there was some that were not so good looking where there was a story and he was trying to tell me, well, sometimes the wife takes one for the team. And I'm like, no, buddy. No, she don't.
Not here.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So
even if I thought about it, I didn't even think about it.
Right. And I think, this is all fun and games, but I think a lot of the misconception about at least the way that I live my lifestyle and these types of things that I like to do is that it's just because I want to just have a high body count and just do all the people.
No.
Right? And
I think it's much harder.
It's actually the opposite of that, where I like to be in that environment, but I'm also very like mentally stimulated too. So yeah, of course there's hot people and you'll be like, oh, that guy's hot. He probably doesn't even need to say 2 words to me kind of a thing. But that's like a rare find, you know? And so when you find other people, sometimes there's not an initial attraction. You need to chit chat for a little bit. There's like icebreakers. This particular play party, they didn't have play rooms designated.
No.
And some of these events do. And so I feel like that was probably a little bit of it too, because usually when you have the playrooms in a like sex club, at least in my experience, or the last lifestyle event, like it changes the game. It's like you just put kerosene on the whole event. Right.
Yeah.
Because you're already like people are checking each other out. It's a very flirty environment. You've got some people on like Molly and you've got some people just like,
on mushrooms,
just, doing their thing. And then you have totally sober people and then, everything in between. Very chill environment. Everybody's cool. Consent's like a big thing. I didn't have any males grope me at all.
No.
Not a single solitary one.
No.
Females, yes. However, lots of them.
Yes.
But when the playrooms are there, it's a different experience because sex is happening right here.
Around you.
Right? And so it just tends to charge the room. At least I'm very much like I can feel energy and shit.
Right.
And it just charges the room differently. And I think, if you're in that headspace, you're more likely to probably connect with somebody.
Yeah. I feel like they're like, not that I'm looking, but I feel like with women especially as well, there needs to be like, you need to be attractive. Right? To me, I need to be attracted to you.
Oh, you're saying for your, like, you have to have a chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even then, I mean, I feel like there has to be some sort of like words that are spoken before that happens. So it's much harder than you think. And like even talking to some of the other couples that were there, they're like, yeah, sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. A lot of the times we don't even play when we're at parties. We just play with each other. We make connections, things like that. Like, I'm not going to lie. We met a lot of people that were actually kind of local.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like they were from California as well, either like San Diego or Sacramento area, things like that. And so it was like we had a lot in common. We talked a lot. Going back to the fact of like with the playroom though, there was a situation where I saw a situation.
Ooh, tell us more.
I could not look away.
Because you were like turned on. You're like, oh, that's nice.
It was very nice. And
I want that.
I was like, are you watching this? And then Crystal was like, yeah, we're watching this. And I was like, okay. So there's like couches and there's like bar tables and things all in this, like, I don't know, what would we call that? Like the center where they were having it. There's a bar right in the middle, like a giant bar. And there's like these couches. So there's a couple of girls that I can see. And then all of a sudden I'm like, is that a vibrator? And
I love that.
Absolutely. It was what I thought was funny because I've never used one of these and I always thought it was like old school kind of
wand.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the best. That's what I use. I mean, it's not the brand, the wand, but it's kind of like the knockoff version.
So
it does not go in.
Okay, tell me if I'm weird. Is it like just vibrate? Does it spin? What does this thing do?
No, shall I go get it? Shall I go get it? It's my most frequently used toy. No, mine doesn't. The wand doesn't either. It just the head of it vibrates, and then it has like different pulsing sensations and speeds. Compressions, yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
So yeah, and I was like, that's a vibrator. And it was like 2 girls. And then all of a sudden the other girl got behind the other girl. And then the men were all making out with the girls. And I was like, my Lord, thank you.
Thank you for that show you just gave me.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes. So kind of along what we were talking about as we moved into that conversation, when I'm approached and I'm much like you, there's like, oh, how long have you been doing this? Blah, blah, blah,
right.
You meet somebody. And usually, within the first like 5 minutes of like, I'm interested in doing that. Right. One of the nights I was so overly stimulated. It was too much. I was like reaching my social capacity, which I think was the last night.
Yeah.
And I met this like super great dude. Like he was like, very much about the lifestyle and he knew all the things and all the things. And we had a little bit of a moment and stuff. And it was like, I knew I just wasn't a hell yes. Right.
Right.
And so he's like, hey, whatever. And I'm like, you're so nice. This is great. And this could probably be a thing, but this is like not right now.
Not today.
Yeah. It just wasn't a hell yes. So I just say that because I think sometimes in those environments, women will tend to just kind of go with the flow or, and I just am like, if it's a hell no, if I'm not feeling that tingle in my system, then it's a no. But I did get some action.
Let's talk about it.
So the lovely couple that I played with in Vegas was there. So we got to play again.
Yay.
It was so much fun. It was more fantasticer than the first time.
I feel like I'm going to throw my husband under the bus a little bit right now.
Throw him.
Because he said it to you too.
Oh, yes.
So it's nothing exciting for you. But there was a moment between her and this beautiful woman that we were all dancing on the dance floor. This was where the stripper poles were. I don't know if you guys saw that snippet on the story, but there might be a video.
Mm-hmm.
However, when we're dancing, we look over and this one was making out very sensually on the dance floor.
It was intense.
And my husband was like, yeah, I guess that is pretty fucking hot. And I was like, I told you.
Yes. What's funny is like, I thought about another, like the main, like boldest reason as to why I didn't go topless at this event was because the husband.
I almost had to.
Why?
I broke my dress.
Oh, yes. But I was like, my friends are here. This is weird, So I was just like, I just don't want to be nipples out. But
I think you did pretty good, though. I mean,
I did pretty good.
You didn't leave a lot to the imagination. No.
But I wanted to leave some mystery.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great. I had a room, obviously, at the hotel. They live locally. So that was, that was fun.
Worked out great.
We had a great time. And then there were stripper poles, which hello. We
were so happy about it.
We were so excited about the stripper poles. And the last time I went, well, we have some pole situations. But
it's a pole situation.
Let me start first by saying when I went to the San Diego event with Crystal,
yes,
I was too scared to pole dance.
I know.
I was like, I can't. I'm embarrassed. And like the girls were going up there and like not throwing any shade to their dancing, but they were not pole dancing, right? They were just like, he, like doing the whole, whatever, which I would have been that girl had I not had 13 years of pole dance experience, right?
Correct.
So I'm like, I so want to just unleash my inner beast because it's not a strip club. I have clothes on. I'm still being desired. It's like this whole thing.
Great.
And I couldn't do it. But then you did it.
I did it.
You did
more
it.
than once.
You did it and pulled the pole down.
That's true.
Yes.
I sure did. It's not my first pole that I've pulled down either.
No.
Yes. Lots of them. And it was hilarious.
So we finally like found each other because we weren't always hanging out.
No.
And that night I was like, oh, there you are, blah, blah, blah. And then Crystal's like, she needs a pole dance. She was talking about me. And I was like, because I told her, I said, don't let me leave here without pole dancing.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm going to probably be mad that I told you this, but please just make me step outside of my comfort zone. And she's like, okay. So she did. She told you. I knew it was game over. And so then
I was like,
we get on the stagettes and there's a cage behind us. And I'm like, I'm living my best life right now. And
there
I'm not
was
even
a
mad about it.
situation happening behind us in the cage.
I was so in love with myself at that moment.
Did you watch the video?
I did watch the video.
Did you watch what was happening behind us?
Yes.
So it's going to be great. You guys
can't
stay tuned.
unsee it.
It's great.
But it was probably like the highlight of the trip.
Dancing?
For me.
Yeah.
How long were we up there, if you had to guess?
A while. Because that wasn't the only time. There was other times when we were on there. The one time you were on there by yourself in the middle.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
That was a situation.
Oh, God. I forgot I did that.
You hit your ass on the chick and she's
oh, yeah. That's right. I backed it up. Oh, my God. It's all coming back to me now. I had that was my first brave moment. So I get on the pole. I'm like, oh, it's on, right? Like the sensual
as
creature.
As soon as you got up there.
As soon I slithered into my chameleonness, right? And this girl, like, it's a very tight quarters. And as I'm dancing, I can feel people moving closer.
They were staring.
And I can just feel all these eyes. And it was like feeding my energy.
Yeah.
And then somebody's right here. And I just feel, and I'm like literally bent over and just rubbed my butt on her shoulders. Mm-hmm. Gave zero fucks. Poor girl.
Great.
But
no, she didn't look mad.
Oh, okay.
She was all.
Yeah, that's a butt cheek.
She looked excited about it.
But when I was on the pole, I also, there was some people there that were like demonstrating flogging.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, there was.
So for those of you that don't know what flogging is.
Oh my gosh. Did you bring this? Did we just leave that there? Or did we bring this
here? Okay. So one of these.
Okay. So if you don't know what a flogger is, this is the one we're talking about. It's the one that has like a leather-ish handle, but it's the one that has all the little pieces.
Yes.
That are kind of like
fringy.
Yeah. There you go.
So there was like 3 people, 2 men, 1 woman, calling girls up and like, hey, you want to get flogged, you know, back
Was
and forth.
this on the coffee table?
No, this is on the stripper pole.
We saw that too.
So I'm looking at that and I told Crystal, I'm going to be so mad if I leave here and I don't have that experience. Like I want all the experiences, okay?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, well, tell him. And I'm like to her and I'm like, pick me. And so I go over there and she's like, oh, I think she asked me like, how much pain are you comfortable with? And I'm like, I'm comfortable with a lot of pain. And she just kept going and whipping and smacking. And then she started smacking my ass.
I didn't see that.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
I was not there.
And she just kept flogging me and it was wonderful. Yeah. I would highly recommend that.
There was a situation where Dave had met this husband and wife, and they were just talking at the bar, and then he got her name and all of that, and then he tells me, he's like, hey babe, look, they're spanking her over on that coffee table. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she puts her head up, and it was the chick that he just met. He's all, oh my goodness.
Things are moving quickly here.
I was like, it's about that time.
Things move very, very quickly for sure. Okay, so I think we covered the gist of it.
Yeah, right? I mean, it was great. I would love to go again. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did get some questions on the gram, so we're going to go over them. I have the anonymous ones up here. One of the questions that came through, is Amanda open as well?
I mean, we're not open. No, we're not open. I have some boundaries that I'm allowed to stay within, and that would technically only be with females. So,
and that's honestly all you care about anyways.
You're not wrong.
I like the dick.
I got enough dick, okay?
Yes. Okay. How was the party experience for Amanda? We already went over that. Don't need details, but wondering how her thoughts are as a married monogamous woman.
It was fantastic. I feel like, we had a great time. We've actually, let's be honest, we've had some really good communication skills in the recent months, and we're doing really well. And all it did was make us have a good time. And yeah, we're up to going again. So obviously it was good.
Yeah, it's fun. Favorite club in Vegas? I hate to say I haven't frequented many clubs, but I do like the one at the Cosmo. What's that one called?
I don't know. Oh,
the Marquee.
Marquee.
Yeah.
It's nighttime or daytime. It's both. Pretty good.
Yeah, the Marquee pool is great.
Encore is always my favorite Sunday.
Oh, Encore is
always my favorite Sunday.
Yes, totally. And they do have some topless. I think it's Morea. Is like the European pool if you want to do something like that.
So does the Wynn, but it's not. I don't think it's a party.
No pool, just topless.
Yeah. You guys really want to know if I'm monogamous or not, just so you know. We're like going through these questions right now.
Yes. Okay. And then the last one is curious about how you stay protected at these gatherings. I'm sure condoms are a must. However, are people required to test before to participate or any other precautions needed? Not at this particular event. There are certain play parties or play party organizers and clubs and things like that that do require these things. I will speak from my experience. The places that I have been to have always been incredibly overly careful with those types of things. Now, not necessarily the blood work situation, but condoms are everywhere. Spermicide, lube, paper towels, everything, if there are designated play areas.
Yeah.
And I will say that from the small amount of exposure that I have, the people that I have met have always been condoms. It's like it's not even a question. Like it's assumed all the time. And that's most couples' boundaries, which I agree with.
Right. So, yeah, of course. Anyways. Of course.
Oh, where'd you get your silver outfit?
Oh my gosh, I got that on Shein. That's a good funny story too, because I was a twerking machine in that outfit. Okay. I love it. I want to buy another one. I broke it a bunch of times, and luckily our little Georgia Peach saved me with some pasties.
Yeah.
She put her little pasties on me, and so if it did fall off, it was okay. I wasn't doing anything bad.
And it turned her skin this color.
So,
it turned her green.
Have you ever bought like a really cheap ring and you just kept
silver.
washing your hands and your finger starts to turn like greenish brown?
So you had like an outline of a green dress on
My
your
whole body. I looked like a statue.
It was so gross.
It was nasty.
It was so gross. Somebody told me like after it had been a while that you had it on, and you just lifted up the back into your skirt. And all
here,
I
look
see
at my butt.
is your green butt cheeks. And I'm like, okay, I'm putting that back.
I'm not even going to lie. My body was pretty raw from twerking all night in that dress.
Yeah.
But totally worth it. My husband is a trooper and he was all about the glitter outfit. And I couldn't have been a happier wife with that.
He was very pleased.
It was so great.
All right.
I feel like we have to bring it back every once in a while.
Hand me that box. Yeah, the New Year's
sequin.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we are done talking about Vegas, unless anybody has more questions. But I think we got pretty explicit.
We told y'all.
But we decided we want to do this thing because we're on the topic of like after dark things, and it's called Let's Talk Tonight. So for those of you, I got hit up a lot in the DMs about, hey, what's that card game? What's that card game? It's Ace Metaphor Tonight. Let's talk. Sorry, so not backwards. But this is the ladies' night edition. So I told Glitter to pick some random questions, and we're just gonna riff.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have no idea.
Oh my God, this is a good one. I've already read them. She has not read them, you guys. So, okay. Would you rather have a man with a tiny penis?
I already cheated. I read this.
Great head, or one with a big penis who doesn't give head?
Oh God, why do you gotta ask me that?
I feel like this was going to be a really good question for you because I know how you are.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think my answer is?
I feel like you can't do just one. So this is why you have more than one.
Oh yeah, that's it. So she solved the problem. She solved the riddle, folks.
However,
the whole point of this podcast. So basically what she's alluding to is I don't have to settle for one because I'm non-monogamous. And so that is part of it, is the novelty of being with different partners because there are different experiences.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
But you didn't answer that.
I mean, the thing is I have a man that gives me great head, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And I am fully happy. So
okay, hypothetically speaking.
I would probably still go with a tiny penis and great head.
Okay. Okay. I don't know that I can't be mad at either of those choices.
No, I mean, I think they're great.
But I think for me, because I can.
So, okay, you have to pick one. Which one would you pick?
I would probably pick the big penis.
I bet you would.
I'm sorry. I'm just, let me hear me out. Because.
Oh my God.
Because I can internally orgasm. So. Like, I can just take care of my own clit. Okay. So that's my reasoning for that.
You have the cheat code.
I'm sure I've just
the cheat
upset
code.
some people. Okay.
It's
I do.
fine.
It doesn't have to be like gigantic, but.
I was watching this video the other day and the girl had like, I bet you our friend sent it to us and she's watching, but it was like a measuring tape and it was like showing 12 inches and there was like, we do not need this.
Yeah. No.
I don't know about all that.
No.
Okay. You ready? Could you be with a bisexual man?
100% yes.
Oh, okay. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like I had this conversation with somebody recently.
What were you guys talking about?
Like, oh, yes, I did have a conversation. Okay, so the conversation was that she was propositioned by a male,
right,
who would like to have a threesome with another male because he wanted to have this kind of bisexual experience because he was bisexual. And she was just like, I don't know how I feel about that. How would you feel about that? I'm like, fuck yeah.
Right.
Why do I care what you like to suck on? I don't care. Might be kind of cool to watch. I don't know.
I know. I guess that's the question, is if that is going to turn you on or not.
I just don't get grossed out like very often about that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean,
because I think like our bodies are meant to be enjoyed, and as long as everybody's consenting and we feel good and like all the things, like tell me what other thing feels as amazing as orgasming? What in your life do you experience that feels as amazing as an orgasm? I'll wait.
I got nothing to say.
Okay. So that's why I'm like, pleasure is like really, it's like a thing. I pleasure every day.
And you don't care where it goes or comes from.
I mean, I do.
Well,
I have boundaries, but
in reality, like,
Yes.
things that you're down for
are different.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, next question.
Okay. Finish this sentence. The quickest way for me to orgasm is
Just, why am I speechless? I don't know. It's so quick for me. It's like name a position.
Okay.
The quickest way, not oral. That takes a minute. I'm like, gotta find the right.
I feel like every woman can get themselves off faster with a toy than anything else.
But I still want that to happen. Like yes, please. Probably like on top, getting on top.
You.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
No, missionary. Sorry. Missionary. Missionary. Yeah.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Look how cute you are.
It works. It's like a puzzle piece, just right in place.
Right in there. Okay. We're on the topic.
Oh.
Have you ever received horrible oral sex?
Is that the question?
If so, tell me what made it bad.
Okay. Buckle in, people. I think like, listen, everybody's vulvas are different. So I'm just speaking for the boss bitch's pussy settings.
So yeah, if we're having any boys watch, there's the ones that are hidden.
Oh, correct.
And then there's the ones that kind of show.
Yes. I'm a shower. So like my lady parts are very easy to find. Okay. So for me, it's like, I don't need a lot of like darting of the tongue action. There's like pressure. I'm like, some girls are different. Do you like a licking? Do you like a sucking? I prefer like a sucking, kissing motion. Like, don't just pay attention to this. There's so much going on here, like my inner thighs, like all the labia situations, like
massage the hips while you're doing it. That's great.
Yeah, like rub, just get in there. Our face is already in there. Just get your hands dirty, buddy. But like gently, like we're not playing a guitar. You got to,
I feel like there's a fine line between pressure and not pressure.
Yes.
And if you're doing it too hard, don't do that.
And I personally feel that, like as giving a male advice in this situation for me, which I don't know, this could not be very well for you, but if you're like, oh, is she enjoying it? Like if you're thinking, opt for slower than faster.
True. Yes.
With all things.
100%.
Okay. So slower with the tongue, slower with the thrusting, like take your time, slow down, buddy. Okay. That's going to get the arousal system quicker than just jackhammering away and like switching things. And like when we say that feels good right there, don't get creative. Don't switch modes. Don't switch speeds. Don't go left. Stay there, buddy.
Don't move the joystick,
girlfriend.
Don't move the joystick.
Yes, correct me if I'm wrong. Will some of my friends please chime in here and tell me?
I know they're all just on their edge of their seats, but there's no comments coming in.
Yeah. That was a great question. Okay, well, what about? Do you have feedback for that? For oral sex?
I feel like we hit everything. Honestly,
perfect.
Don't go too hard, and then in reality, like. It's going to take you a minute to learn somebody's new cheat code. Okay. If it's a new person, you could always ask. Like it.
Imagine that. Yeah. Hey, how do you like your pussy eaten?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's talk about it. And that's actually hot. That's actually an easy way to talk dirty.
I feel like we've been talking a lot about sex.
Oh, and for sure. Like it's no big deal now.
Causing a fire.
Yeah. So it's like, some people are like, oh, I don't know how to talk dirty. What do you say? I feel stupid. And I'm like,
say what you're doing.
Literally, I tell him, stick your fingers in my pussy. Like, and he's like, oh, okay. Like, that's exciting. That's a turn on. Like, you're telling him, just be direct.
Yeah.
I think that's the easiest way to start talking dirty.
I feel like,
and say what
that's
you're feeling.
Aggressive. All right. She's aggressive.
I am aggressive. But it's fun.
Yeah, it can be. But for somebody that's a little bit more timid, just
give us the vanilla version.
Say what you're doing. That is the easiest way to start. Or what you want to do.
Okay, what would you say?
I am
Come
not.
on.
You're like my brother. I'm not saying anything like that to you.
Well, don't say it to me, but like,
I
if
know.
you were going to tell your husband, how would you tell him?
How would I tell him what?
To do whatever you like, talk dirty. Like, you're like, that's aggressive. Okay. So
It
what would
is
your
aggressive.
What would your version be?
I'm not telling you.
Oh God. Okay. She's blushing. That's so cute.
Stop it.
Okay. Next question.
All right. What are your thoughts on sugar daddies? Can you get them?
Do you boo boo?
Do you boo boo?
Can I get a sugar daddy? For sure.
Well, like, I feel like there's a way to get one, but I feel like it's a lot of bullshit
yeah.
finding
I
a
mean,
sugar daddy.
There's some situations, but I'm not. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work of like being fake, and I'm not trying to do that.
Because
I'm not saying all girls who have sugar daddies are fake. Don't get me wrong, but that doesn't feel authentic and like in my integrity to be just like living off of somebody else's means.
Yeah.
I think just because I don't know, I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy that. Sure, sounds great, sounds luxurious, and maybe someday that'll be my life. But I just can't imagine like kicking back and being like, "Glad you got me, boo boo." You know, I don't know.
On your yacht, with your old man boyfriend,
right? Like, I don't know. I can't do that.
Well, yeah, we already established today that there has to be some attraction for you. So
yeah, chemistry is important.
If your sex life was a movie, what kind of movie would it be?
God.
It would be an action movie.
I don't even know. We were talking about that, how we were like, I feel like we're in a movie.
We are in a movie. Our whole life is a movie.
We're all characters of a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a terrible one for me to even try to figure out.
Yeah.
Were you going to ask me that?
No, that's why I pulled it out. Okay. So there's, this is so weird.
Okay.
There's a card here that I was like, I'm not asking this because it's fucking weird. But if I was a man or you were into girls, would you date me? Well, why or why not?
Okay. Well, so this is an interesting conversation about the being into girls stuff. Okay. Because the couple that I played with, her and I were having a conversation pre-scene. So like before we got naked and stuff, we were discussing things.
Right.
And we were agreeing to the fact that like, I'm not naturally attracted to just women all the time. Like, I've been in a business for 16 years and there's maybe been like one or two women who I'm like, damn, she's like, I think all my women are beautiful and, you know, hot in their own way.
But attracted to,
but like in a sexual way. Maybe two.
Yeah.
In 16 years.
Oh.
That's not very many.
That's
okay.
interesting.
But I was a lesbian in a previous life. So it's not like it's not in my nature. Right. So when I'm with her, we both agreed like there's something about our chemistry that it's like fire. Right.
Yeah.
So much fun. But it's a rare find. So if you were a man, I would probably date you. But you're a girl.
You would date me.
I would. But you're a girl, but I would not be into you like that because it's gross and weird.
Yeah.
But if you were a man with like your traits, your qualities, your personality, the men I like tend to lean towards are extra. Have you noticed that? They're flirty faces.
Yes.
So
100%.
That your personality and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That was fun.
That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you walked into this conversation halfway through and you were like, holy shit, you're welcome.
That was awesome. All right, you guys, make sure that you sign up for my email newsletter. I send little snippets of my favorite parts of the podcast, all that fun stuff. The link is in the show notes and it'll be in your inbox every week.
And give us a 5-star rating.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You're here listening.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Boss bitch.
Wait. Before you go, boss bitches, real quick. I know we've just reached the end of another awesome episode of Boss Bitch Radio, and I'm hoping that you're having a blast listening to us and learning with us. But guess what? The fun does not have to stop there. If you are hungry for more things boss bitchery, fitness goodness, all the mindset stuff, all of the things that keep you motivated, you need to sign up for my newsletter. I know, I can't believe we've gone over 150 episodes and I have not mentioned once for y'all to be signing up for my newsletter because I've had a newsletter for 16 years. Every week I send out some content. Usually it's a wrap up of some of the podcast episodes with some snippets in there that's bite sized that you can carry with you in your little pocket. But you wouldn't know unless you joined. all the cool bitches be on my newsletter list, and then you can just reply and we can chat. Those all go back to me, like it is me. I do write the things. So I would love to continue to motivate you outside of this podcast. I would love to pop into your inbox occasionally. No worries. I'm not going to spam you. I don't eat spam. I'm not going to send spam. But there will be some LOLs and some content that you won't want to miss. So join our Boss Bitch tribe. I'm going to link up the newsletter list sign up form in the show notes, which if you haven't taken a peek at the show notes, you should probably do that. There's some good ass links in there. There's some discounts, fun shit. Go find the email newsletter link, put your name on there, and every week I'll be whispering sweet nothings to you in your inbox. And it's a great way for us to stay connected outside of the podcast. All right, I'll see you in your inbox soon.